Girbeagly!
Hey there guys and gals, it's Girbeagly with another episode of Gaming with Girbeagly, and I'm once again playing the game Sakura Spirit. And last episode, we almost got to see Miyo's boobs. As tends to happen in this game, we've almost seen a lot of people's boobs, just because these ridiculous, very cliche anime situations happen. And she ended up getting drunk and climbing into a hot spring with us, and it got kind of weird for a second, but fortunately she's sobered up, and now we are training with her and Narumi, trying to figure out ways to make us better fighters so that we can help defend the village in case the spirits attack again. So anyway, now we're in the middle of mocking Miyo, which isn't a good idea because Takahiro is a freaking dumbass, but I guess we're gonna see what punishment awaits us after mocking her. Oh, mighty Miyo-sama, you who watch over this village, please bless us with a short break, and maybe a lot of money, and a beautiful wife, and... okay, a break is fine.
You two idiots want to break that badly? Fine. I have an idea. Elder-sama needs his baths cleaned. That ought to loosen you up for the next part of the training.
Wow, giving us back sass. You hear that, Narumi-chan? We get to play at the hot springs.
Yay!
Clapping my hands one final time, I took Narumi and Miyo's hands by surprise and dragged the two girls towards the village elder's house. That was actually a lot less brutal than I thought it was going to be. I thought she was gonna like dice our face off or something with her katana.
What are you doing? Let go of me right this instant.
Miyo-san, it won't do you any good to be serious like that all the time. Let's go have some fun. The three of us quickly reached the hot springs, and were soon preparing to begin our work. However, it didn't take long for the somewhat serious cleaning work to turn into a series of silly games, as we started chasing Narumi around with a soap-soaked sponge, shouting in a nefarious tone. Aw, that's kinda cute that Miyo's actually joining in, and starting to trust Takahiro a bit. I'm the soap monster! Prepare to be washed, foolish warrior!
Ah, no! The evil soap spirit has appeared! Do not fear, citizens of Hot Spring Village! Hyah!
Actually, Miyo doesn't look that amused, so maybe she's not a part of this. The girl grabbed her mop and thrust it forwards, brandishing it like Miyo would have her katana.
I am the village's protector, Tsunderino Miyo. I will vanquish all who oppose me.
Uh-oh, she's gonna get pissed for sure.
Will you two stop messing around? We have work to do.
It's the dreadful Miyo, nemesis of all spirits. Today is the day you fall.
Yeah, never! I will defend this place until my last breath. Ha!
Brandishing her mop in a candid fashion, she clearly didn't mean to do any real harm. Using my sponges, I batted it away with ease. Then today shall be your last!
I told you to knock it off!
I laughed menacingly when a playful push from Narumi caught me off guard. I staggered backwards, my foot slipping on a bar of soap. Uh-oh. We're gonna, like, bash our head in? With a startled yelp of surprise, I felt myself topple over backwards, bumping into Miyo. Oh god. Another one of those cliche situations, like we accidentally fell on top of her. Oh, oh no. As I lost my balance completely, I let go of the sponge, sending it flying towards Narumi, who caught it on the face. I moved forwards to apologize to the woman when, from behind me, I heard a yelp and a loud splash. Uh-oh. I don't want to look, do I? Ah, jeez. Oh, God. Man, she's all wet and not in the way that, you would expect from this game. As I slowly turned around, my fears seemed to have been confirmed. Pulling herself from the water was Miyo, soaked from head to toe. The anger that radiated off of her made her look like the devil himself.
You two... I'm sorry. It was Takahiro-kun's fault. He started it.
Oh, come on, Narumi, throwing me under the bus? Traitor? You can't blame me for... My eyes caught sight of Miyo's clothes, which I finally noticed had turned see-through. Oh, God. Yeah, there's not much to the imagination there. Oh, man.
I bet he did it so he could see you soaking wet like last night.
That was part of the plan.
What plan? He's joking. It was just a joke. Seriously, Takahiro-kun and I were just playing around. It was an accident. Please forgive us.
Yeah, you should forgive us. We were just having a bit of fun. We didn't mean to have it turn out like this.
Hey, he's right. I told you both not to play around. I told you both to keep working. Hikage, I will deal with you later. Leave. Takahiro, you need to be punished now.
That sounds suggestive. Okay.
What? That's not fair. It was an accident.
It was an honor to have fought alongside you, Narumi-chan. My will has not yet been written, but I leave all of my belongings to anyone who wants it.
I'm not leaving. If you're going to punish him, punish me too. Besides, I bet you're only doing this because you want to spend more time with him.
Uh-oh. Is there some sort of jealous romantic rivalry going on here? Is this some sort of love triangle forming finally? I mean, eventually it's going to be a lot bigger. It's going to be like a love like pentagon or something because there's going to be the 2 fox girls as well, but we'll figure that all out as it comes along.
What? That's ridiculous. Whatever gave you that idea? I don't even like him. Besides, you're the one spending too much time with him.
Hold on. What are you talking about?
Ha! You admit it. You're jealous because I get to spend more time with him than you. Busted. That's complete nonsense. I just want to spar with him. Shut up, Narumi. Takahiro, prepare yourself. We're going to spar right now, without Narumi and her big butt interrupting us.
Damn, a butt shot.
Hey, now I know you're jealous. My figure is divine.
Spar? Right here? Right now? But you're soaked.
A warrior should not worry about such things. Battles can be fought in the lashing rain or beneath the burning sun, but they must be fought. Pfft, she just wants to show off her goods.
I'm gonna regret this. I sighed deeply as I took on a combative stance, certain that something was going to end up going wrong. Yeah, like it hasn't already, dude. Like, every situation you manage to get yourself into goes wrong in some way, Takahiro. Soaked as she was, fighting against me, someone who uses grapples and throws, she was practically asking for trouble.
This is a perfect opportunity. Sometimes your greatest strength can become your own worst enemy. Get in here, Takahiro. We will spar like this, knee-deep in water. This will be a fine test of your skills.
God, it's like a frickin'... why? It's a wet t-shirt contest wrestling match. Why is this happening? The girl made her way to the edge of the water and grabbed a discarded mop. It took a bit of willpower not to glance at her soaked figure as her clothes clung to her body. I eventually made it into the water, taking a defensive stance as she moved back towards the center of the pool.
Narumi, if you interfere, I will inform Elder Sama of the fate of his dearly beloved old teddy bear, the one you used as a...
As a what? As a what? I'm more curious about what the teddy bear was used for.
La, no one has to hear anything. Fine, I'll stay put. You'll need someone to haul your body from the water once Takahiro-kun's done with you anyway.
Isn't that blackmail?
Oh, it is blackmail, all right. Now, prepare yourself.
The attack came a lot faster than I had anticipated. The wooden shaft aimed squarely at my midsection and hit me straight and hard. Oh, damn, knocking me back a few steps. I hissed as the pain of the impact spread, flexing my arms out. Miyo sloshed forwards, waves of water splashing aside as she stomped onward. I pushed myself upwards, dodging another strike to my left. Here's that, like, really detailed fight choreography again. Meanwhile, we're fighting a girl with a see-through shirt on.
Go, Takahiro-kun!
I moved in closer, trying to make her thrust less effective thanks to the length of the mop handle, and aimed a blow towards her shoulder. To my surprise, she took the hit without moving an inch. Oh, damn, she's a badass.
If you're not going to put everything you have into this, you might as well stop calling yourself a man.
Damn, right to my manhood. My eyes narrowed a little, and I pulled back as a wide strike sought to slam into my side. Growling, I felt my anger flare. I quickly lashed out, smacking the mop handle away forcefully, and used the opportunity to get close once more. I managed to land a few jabs against her midsection and one to her shoulder before darting backwards as best as I could in the water. She appeared winded for a moment or two before she spun the mop in her hands, pushing forwards again.
Takahiro-kun!
Okay, Narumi, you're not helping me out here. Her next strike was a downward slash, which I caught between my hands. With a grin, I pulled hard on the stick and flung my foot upwards in an attempt to land a kick. She did the only sensible thing and let go of the mop, which let me toss it aside with ease. A swordswoman without a sword can't hope to beat an experienced martial artist. This match is lost. Surrender.
I suppose I have no choice.
As soon as she had said that, she spun around, lashing her leg upwards in a roundhouse kick that caught my jaw, knocking me back and almost landing me on my rear.
Overconfidence gets you killed. The fight isn't over until your opponent is down.
She stood in front of me, her fist raised in a stance I did not recognize. If she was quicker without a weapon than with, I didn't stand a chance of beating her. Her kicks were powerful, as the ache in my jaw reminded me, and she had plenty of stamina to go off of. The only way I could stop her was to use that. Uh-oh, what is that? That's not the only way to win a fight, you know. I stepped forward purposefully. I didn't need to attack her, just to get close. A few steps, and I had her right where I needed her, cornered and unable to get past me. I took another step, and she darted to one side, trying to get past my blockade. I looped an arm around her waist and braced myself for the counterattack I knew would follow. My left leg applied pressure against her knees, sending her down onto them, while my other arm grabbed her arms high above her head, my weight pressed against her body. This sounds a little bit iffy, dude. This sounds like... this is not good.
No! Yay, Takahiro-kun, use the submission hold!
I held her tightly, but not enough to cause pain. All I had to do was to lower my right hand, which in return would put pressure on her body. I did so slowly, showing her just what she was up against. Do you ever give up?
Fine, you win.
I grinned widely, chuckling to myself. I slowly helped her to her feet, gradually releasing my hold. Try not to struggle when I release you, otherwise... But it was too late. Before I had a chance to warn her about the problem with that particular hold, she pulled away from my grip. I bet her clothes are gonna rip off. Her clothes are definitely gonna rip off. This is just what's gonna happen. The angle of her arms and the tightness of my arm around her waist caused her clothes to tighten as she pulled away. Blood circulation had a tendency of getting cut off, usually causing people to faint. In this case, however, it was her clothes that paid the price for her impatience. Oh my god, I thought that the scene wasn't gonna get worse, but it got worse. Why? Why? Holy god. Well, I guess I found this episode's thumbnail. Rip. As the girl turned to face me, her clothes tore, scattering into tiny pieces in the wind. Why? And with the music, always with this music. Time seemed to slow to a halt as Miyo looked down at herself, let out a scream, and just barely managed to cover herself.
Miyo, you...
I tried to warn you. I swear this isn't some kind of secret judo technique.
You, stay back. Narumi? Yes, Miyo-chan? Please give me a change of clothes? Yes, right away. I'll be back as soon as possible, I promise.
For some reason, I'm feeling less like a hero and more like a villain. Narumi quickly rushed off, leaving Miyo and myself to ourselves. It felt different from last night. Yeah, I can imagine. I felt like I was walking on thin ice, as though one wrong word, and she would begin to resent me the same way she resented spirits. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean for it to end up like this. It was an accident.
So, you found my weakness?
Huh? No, I swear, it was just an accident. That hold usually just makes your clothes tighter.
Not that. I can't move. I have perfected every area of being cool and unrelenting except nakedness. It's embarrassing.
I didn't think you'd have anything you need to hide. Or I don't think you'd have anything you need to hide. I mean, you should be proud of your body. Oh, dude. You're just sounding like a pervert now.
It's not that. The thought of people staring at me, it makes me feel dizzy, like I can barely think. I actually admire that about Narumi. She doesn't have a single ounce of shame in her.
Well, I think Narumi-chan would be the exception. Most girls would probably get embarrassed at being seen naked. I'm sure Narumi-chan would be here with your clothes, or will be here with your clothes soon. I almost feel like, I don't know, maybe she's softened up a little bit because this is not the direction I thought that the conversation was going to have. She is seeing it as like a fighting technique, that he understands that her being naked is a great fear of hers, and that he exploited it in the middle of a match, whereas I thought I was going to get my ass whooped. I thought she was going to kill us in some kind of way because of this, because this is a weird scene. I should probably get past this screen as soon as possible.
I'm not most girls. I shouldn't get incapacitated this easily. It's infuriating. I lose all control of myself.
I'm not sure, but maybe it's something you'll be able to train, a weakness to overcome.
Can we do it now? Perhaps if you see...
Miyo? What is she asking me? She began stammering uncontrollably, blushing from ear to ear, unable to finish her sentence. I began to panic. I'd never seen a girl get this worked up before, so... She wants us to train her ability to shrug off being naked and being seen naked by having us see her naked. Oh boy. I think it would be better if you asked Narumi-chan about that.
But that won't work. I don't get like this when there are only girls around.
I guess, but I felt as though every male in both worlds were cursing me for my indecisiveness. At this very moment, a pretty girl stood before me suggesting that I look at her naked, all for the sake of making her less embarrassed in the future. How could I call myself a man if I declined such an invitation? I don't know about you, Takahiro, but I personally am very flustered by this. This is a weird scene. But are you really okay with me, me?
I can't think of anyone else to do it. Please, Takahiro, look at me.
Was this really happening? If it was, this was the best type of training I had ever experienced. I wonder if she's just trying to get us to let our guard down so that she can be like, the fight is never truly over till your enemy is fully defeated, or something like that. As Miyo began to move her arm, I turned my head. Unfortunately, at that very moment, the doors slammed open, and in walked Mayako and Machiko, wrapped in towels. Of course.
It was nice of Elder-sama to allow us to use the bats. It would be nice to... Takahiro!
Nah, Taka and me and the tsundere tyrant are doing naughty things.
Wait, this isn't what it looks like.
Ah!
And with that, the girl fainted again, slipping into the water before I had a chance to react. Oh god, Jesus Christ, game, come on. It took a considerable amount of effort to convince the others that nothing unholy had been taking place. Thanks to Narumi's testimony coupled with Miyo's apparent habit of freezing, they believed me. However, as I turned to leave, Narumi dragged me off to the side. It seemed like she wanted me to come see her later that evening in return for saving my hide. I couldn't really see a way for me to weasel out of that, so I reluctantly agreed. That evening, I excused myself and made my way to Narumi's home, knocking lightly on the door. Hey, Narumi-chan, are you there?
Ah, just a moment. The door's open, but don't come in yet.
Curious, I found myself wondering what the girl had planned. Perhaps she was preparing a meal, or something to surprise me with. Some sort of present, or maybe she wanted to talk. Whatever the reason might have been, Narumi's voice once again sounded from within the house.
Okay, you can come in now, Takahiro-kun.
And with that, before we find out what Narumi has prepared for us, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here on a cliffhanger, especially after that last scene. I am emotionally and mentally drained. Every single time that there's even the hint of boobs in this game, I get a little bit flustered. You guys have probably noticed that already. But good God, I didn't think that I was going to be able to get more flustered than the scene with Narumi where she was changing in front of us. But that scene, like, of all the weird, embarrassing anime cliches, that was what happened. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one here, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video, and favorite it. Also, be sure to subscribe to me if you guys haven't already. For those of you who have, thank you so much for all of your support. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you, and as always, it was great seeing ya. Bye-bye.
Girbeagly.